What's up, everybody? Welcome back to ProjectHEELBo. I'm Jimmy here with the NFL playoff predictions. Now that the standings are set and we know who is in, who is out, I'm going to go ahead and start it off. I'm going to go all the way up from wild card all the way to Super Bowl winner. So, start off with my favorite side of football, the NFC. We got the Seahawks with the first round bye, so they'll be automatically in the divisional round. So first game we got the Bears at the Packers. I'm a Packers fan. I think we should have had both games. Our special teams messed up in the last game, so I'm gonna go ahead with the Packers to win this game to advance to face the Seahawks in the divisional round. Since they are the 7th seed, they will be facing the first. Next up, you got the Eagles and 49ers. 49ers, despite how banged up they are, they keep winning. Despite being in one of the toughest divisions as well. That NFC West is insane. So I'm going to actually go ahead and give it to the 49ers over the Eagles, knocking off the Super Bowl champs in the first round, mainly because I haven't seen much from the Eagles this year. I mean, yeah, they're the 3rd seed, but I just feel like they're not the same team. I just don't think they have a shot against the 49ers. You know, it might be a close game, but I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. Rams at the Panthers, that's going to be Rams. Sorry, Panthers are going to get blown out. Hopefully Matthew Stafford gets league MVP. He definitely deserves it. That's going to be a team that, quite frankly, I'm scared of. That's a really good team. But then again, that whole division's scary. On to the divisional round for NFC. So that means Seahawks and Packers. I'm a Packers fan, but I'll admit it, we're going to get blown out. I mean, that score is probably going to be like 31-10 or something crazy. So I got the Seahawks advancing to the NFC Championship game. And then after that, got the 49ers versus the Rams, a divisional matchup. I see the Rams winning that. I think that'll be an absolute dogfight, but I do think the Rams will pull away with that. And quite frankly, this division is actually making the playoffs actually fun to watch, or will be fun to watch, just because that whole division is very good matchups. And so that means in the NFC Championship round, you got the Seahawks at the Rams. We just had this preview not too many weeks ago, as well as earlier in the season. I think the Seahawks got lucky with that win. A lot of BS luck went their way. I think the Rams are a better team. So overall, you know, I think the Seahawks got the best of them there, but I don't see that happening again. I predict the Rams to go to the Super Bowl for the NFC side. For the AFC side, on the wild card, so the Broncos number 1 seed, they automatically go to divisional. Next, we got the Patriots and Chargers. I do see the Patriots winning that, mainly because of good coaching, just a better all-around team, in my opinion. Yeah, they had an easy schedule, but I think they're a little bit better than what people give them credit for. I don't think they're the best by any means, but I do think they're good enough at least to get by the Chargers. I do see them squeaking by the Chargers. I don't see any domination wins or anything like that. Next up, Jags versus Bills. Jags have been playing like crazy lately. They're a really good team, but I think Jags are going to do Jags things, and I do see them losing against the Bills. I have too much faith in Josh Allen. I'm a huge Josh Allen fan. You know, I just think, if anything, he'll put the team on his back and do it himself. Yeah, he's really good, and I just don't see them going down in one round. So I'm going to predict them to move on. I know that's probably going to upset some people, but oh well. Next up, Steelers and Texans. I think this is going to be a snooze fest of a game. Personally, I think it's going to be low scoring. It's probably going to be like 13-10 or something stupid. I do think the Texans are going to win that game, though. You know, being a Green Bay fan, I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan, but I don't think the Steelers have a good enough offense to score many points on a Texans defense. So yeah, I got the Texans moving on. So with that means the Bills will then face the Broncos, and then Texans will face the Patriots. So Bills and Broncos, I think the Broncos are pretenders. I don't see them actually being contenders here. I think they will lose that game. Now, I do think it will be a very close matchup due to how well the Broncos defense is, and honestly how poor the Bills' offense has been lately. I see them shutting down the run, but I see Josh Allen being able to get some open men and hopefully scoring a couple touchdowns at least and making the Broncos really work for that win. Um, that game, the score is probably going to be mid, so I would say like 21-17 or something. Should be an entertaining game. Bo Nix is not going to be able to do a bunch of check down passes though. Bills are going to be looking for that. So I do see the Bills advancing to the AFC Championship. And then with the Patriots and Texans, I do see the Texans winning that game. I know probably even more people hate that call there. I'm here to make some people mad with the AFC, I guess. But I think the Texans have been warming up, and they're getting their stride down now. So with that being said, I think that's going to be a dogfight of a matchup too. But I do see the Texans barely winning that. And then that means they would go on the AFC Championship to face the Bills. The winner of that game, I would say, would be the Bills. I think this is Josh Allen's year to reach the Super Bowl. I really do. Now that his kryptonite, the Chiefs, aren't in there, and the refs and all that. With them not being there, I think that this is Josh Allen's year to get to the Super Bowl. Now, I do think that will be a very good game. I know the Texans beat the Bills in the regular season, but I think the Bills will learn from that and end up beating the Texans. So with that, going to the Super Bowl, I have the Bills and the Rams, which is the 6th seed and the 5th seed, which is kind of nuts. Then again, these are just predictions. It could be the number 1 seeds. I don't know. That would be pretty boring, though. The winner of the Super Bowl I do have as the Rams. That is a scary team, in my opinion. That's been my number 1 team the entire season. I've been saying they're the best. They have some pretty dumb losses, in my opinion, but then again, so does every team. I think that would be a very, very good matchup, but I do see the Rams winning to the Super Bowl, let's say 35-24. That would be my final prediction for this year's playoffs. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys think the bracket will look like. Send pictures, whatever. Let me know how wrong I am, whatever you guys think. It's football, lots to discuss. I love the discussions. So hit me up in the comments. Thank you guys.